Hey everyone, I'm Phnoey, and today we'll be talking about the easiest class to play, and I'm going to rank them for all the classes in Dark and Darker. Just a little side note, I have been playing Dark and Darker for these last two patches. I mained Rogue, and not Rogue, that's a lie. I played Ranger. I played every single one of these classes in a solo aspect. If it was within the Goblin Caves, I did that, or if it was with a group, not a group, in the group dungeon. I forget what the actual title of it is. But this is how I rank everyone, and we're just going to get right into it. We're going to start off. I have these ordered in the way that they have it in-game. So we're going to start off with the fighter. I think, in my opinion, the fighter is probably the most versatile champion, where it can be used by anyone for anything. So if you want to be a very armored up person, you could do that. Or if you want to play range while being armored, you could do that. Or if you want to be a little more sneaky, or not sneaky, but quick, you could do that as well. So fighter's very versatile. I think it is a good class for anyone just new to the game or new to the game style at all. I think fighter is definitely a good go-to. So we're going to put them there. Some pros and cons I have. The pro about the fighter is it can use basically any weapons. So if there's a ability that you can put on where it's the fighter can use any weapon in the game, but it takes a percent buff or debuff, like 20% damage reduction. So yeah, and a big thing for solo is the use of bows, because you can use it for distance or for safe spotting any enemy that you come in contact with, which is why I'm going to put him under easy. Fighter is definitely one of the easier classes, I think, just because it kind of falls in line with how the Ranger works. I think the Ranger is probably the easiest for PvE. But going on to the the Barbarian. Barbarian's a tough class. I've had a lot of experience with playing Barbarian solos, especially in the Goblin Caves. It's a lot of fun. Barbarian is definitely like one of my favorite classes to play, but it is kind of tough to actually extract as Barbarian. Going up against Barbarians in fights is scary, because they can two-hit most characters depending on what attributes they have on and everything like that. So that being said, playing Barbarian is kind of tough. You have to know your weapons that you're using, and you just gain that experience while you're going through and playing. So I think for Barbarian's probably one of the tougher classes. And for now, I'm going to put him under difficult. He may even be challenging playing Barbarian, but let's see. A good thing about Barbarian is they are high damage. They do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. But one of the cons that comes with being a Barbarian is you don't really have much damage at range. You don't do a lot. You have your felling axes that you can toss, but besides that, you're not doing a lot of damage at range. You really hone in all of your abilities at close quarters combat. But when you are close to a Barbarian can easily 1v3 you. Just like the Rogue, which is what we're going to get into next. The Rogue is actually probably one of the better classes in the game, in my opinion. But how hard is it to play? I struggled a lot playing Rogue. I'm not someone who can just like sit in a corner and like time my invis and everything for people to come get me. Rogue does have a lot of damage potential as well. They can do a lot of damage in a short amount of time, especially with their venom or poison attacks, where they can go invis, or sorry, they will put their venom on. I can't think of what it's actually called, but like their poison attack, they'll use that ability and then go invis, because if you do it before, it cancels out your invis. But they'll do that, and then they'll sit in a corner and wait for people to come by, or they'll hear people coming towards them, go invis, have the poison on, and then shank somebody. And even if they die, you kill people. Like, you get kills as a rogue. They are very slippery. They can get out of places really quickly because they normally have high movement, or most people I know like drop your chest plate or your pants just so you get more speed. So you can run away from Barbarian, because I would say Barbarian's really good against Rogue because Rogues do have such low health. But yeah, I don't know. I think Rogue was really tough for me. I would put Rogue under challenging just because you have to be so close, just like a Barbarian. But I don't know. Barbarian has longer axes and stuff, so you can like not be super close. Whereas the Rogue, the longest range item they can get to my understanding, is a rapier, and a rapier is a good weapon, but it's just not really good for rogue late game, and they are probably one of the toughest classes to run with early game. All right, get into Cleric. Remember, this is all for solos. Playing all these solos, this is my opinion. Cleric is super tough to play. Cleric does have a lot of abilities that they can use in combat, but it's normally to buff your teammates, not so much yourself. Like, they do that, right? But they don't do a lot of damage. They're more of your backline healer, which is why I think I'm going to put Cleric as unplayable. Because Cleric, for me, playing in solos is super tough. I couldn't get behind it. I couldn't figure out how to like use its abilities and everything to line up to make sure I could kill like a group of 3. Because a lot of these you're going in and you're trying to solo the main dungeons in 1v3, and I just think Cleric doesn't really stand a chance, or it's very difficult to do that as a Cleric, because you don't have a lot of speed, you have a lot of armor, you don't have a lot of damage. So being Cleric, kind of, I don't know, I think it's unplayable personally. I didn't have a lot of fun doing it. It's probably my least played class, but yeah, just keep in mind that this is solos. This is my opinion. But yeah, like I said, it works well in a group, can self-heal, and one of the cons it has is low damage. We'll go on to Wizard next. Wizard, I had a lot of fun with Wizard. They've been nerfing Wizard a lot lately, so I don't know how this is going to stand up in the future, but Wizard is a good class. They have Fireball, so they can take out a huge group in a short amount of time. They also have Haste, Invis. There's a lot of versatility with being a Wizard in these patches, like these last 2 that I played. But Wizard also comes with a very large skill tree, or not skill tree. So yeah, Wizard, definitely, it's not super easy to play, but if you learn how to play Wizard, you can easily start 1v3ing teams at the rate, with where the game is right now. I would say Wizard is definitely a fun class to play, but I would put it up by difficult, just because you have so many like spells and stuff to cycle through and everything like that. Wizard's just kind of tough to play if you don't know how to micromanage your spells, make sure you're meditating, getting your spells back, hitting your campfires and stuff like that to get spells back. It's you have to micromanage a lot for Wizard throughout this game. And when I say micromanage, it's just compared to other classes, just because you have to keep up on your spells on it and everything, and make sure, like, for their arcane blast, their arcane bolts, you can't move, so you're kind of stuck in that spot, which leaves you open to getting destroyed by archers or like fighters or rangers or anyone with ranged weapons. But yeah, so I'm gonna put Wizard in difficult, and then my main class, the Ranger, just started off. I think it's easy. I think playing Ranger is easy. I have the most time with it, but also coming into this game, there is a lot that the Ranger can do with a bow, and it starts off with a bow. So you can safe spot a lot of enemies, you can get on top of items and everything like that, and just kind of like take people out. It's really easy to sneak around as Ranger, place traps. There's a lot of versatility with this class as well, and it translates well into late game, early game, just honestly whenever. Ranger, you have abilities where you can heal yourself, you get a campfire right off the bat. Honestly, I think Ranger is probably one of the best classes all around. But for solo play, I think Ranger is probably your best bet to go to. There's just so much you can do with it. You can keep yourself at distance when you attack people. Is the best at PvE because you can safe spot everything. The weapons are pretty good. You can use an arming sword, so if you kill a fighter, you just get their main weapon right off the bat. You can get a rapier as well and a short sword, but like those are later games if you find them. And I don't know, I think it's just a good class. You can use a Pavis, which is a large shield. So it kind of, Ranger and Fighter are kind of similar because they can be whatever you want it to be, but Ranger is more geared towards the player who wants to focus on being a bowsman and just using a bow more often. So after looking at this, I'm thinking that I want to move Fighter to normal, because Fighter is your bread and butter. It's your normal class for any of these games. It's good, but it's not exceedingly good at anything in particular, in my opinion. And yeah, I think Ranger's the easiest class to play. Solos for Dark and Darker. If you're looking to start playing or need a group to join my Discord. We have a lot of members in there who actively play this game. We also have a Dark and Darker community Discord that I have created that we have a lot of people in, and we are trying to play every patch. And when the game comes out, just full run as like a big team and get a good community going. We love where this game is at. We love where it's going. And if you guys have any questions or if you guys disagree with me, let me know. These are just my opinions based off what I've seen, what I've played, and how this game's turned out so far. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am posting other Dark and Darker content, so make sure you leave a subscribe and leave a like and comment. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you.